I use my Ray-Ban Metas daily, and the biggest issue I have with them is the battery. It's terrible. I don't have a fix for that, but the other issue that I have with them is that they're constantly sliding down my face. Now that I have a solution for. I found some suggestions online and wanted to give them a try, so let's go ahead and start off with the simplest solution, are these stick-on nose pads. So these nose pads are from Sedex. They come in different thickness, shapes, and colors. I actually tried a few in different thicknesses before I found the best one that worked for me. And for me, the 1mm standard nose pads work the best. I also tried the nano nose pads that are smaller than the standard and just found them a little too tiny. It's going to be different for everyone, so find out what works best for you. And once you find out what those are, I suggest getting the bigger pack. They work great, but they come off all the time. They're always getting ripped off when I put them in the charging case or taking them out. I tried pinching the docking prongs whenever I put my glasses in them to keep them from ripping off the nose pads, and that only somewhat worked. They still ripped out eventually. My solution was to use a charging cable like this to charge Metas instead. These don't mess with the nose pads at all. The adhesive will still eventually give up, especially in the summer heat or when you're sweating a lot. But they last pretty long before you have to swap them out. I visited Asia for 6 weeks over the summer and I was outdoors every day, sweating. And during that time, I only had to swap out the nose pads once and get back into AC. It's hot. These work great, but the fact that I have to replace these every few weeks, I'll have to rate these a 4 out of 5. Continuing with the nose pads, I wanted to see if I could find a more permanent solution and I came across these. This is a clip-on nose pad from Hyblox. These surprisingly work better than I thought they would. They clip onto the inside of the frame and they don't interfere with the sensors. They aren't too noticeable and they honestly make the Metas fit better on my face. I use prescription lenses and it helps me see more through the center of the lens rather than towards the top of the rim. They're somewhat adjustable too, just like on my plain boring glasses. The big problem with these is that you'll have to take them off every time you need to charge your Metas. Do they work? Yes. Is it annoying to have to take them off and reinstall them every time I need to charge my Metas? Absolutely. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to give these a 3 out of 5. Now looking for solutions other than nose pads, I came across these ear grips, again from Hyblox. I actually have a few accessories in this video from Hyblox, but I promise this isn't sponsored by them. Anyways, these attach to the back of the arms on your Metas by simply sliding over the ear grip. You can then bend and shape these to the contour to your head, and they work great. These help prevent slipping and are especially great for high intensity uses like running. They're relatively lightweight at 8.4 grams, but it's enough to change the balance of the glasses more towards the ears, thus helping to reduce the slipping down your nose. These are definitely going to be noticeable. But the bigger problem here is that since the Metas aren't designed with spring hinges, they can't hyperextend. Basically you can't, or at least shouldn't, flex the arms outwards. So with these ear grips, you'll have to not be lazy and bend them every time you want to put your glasses on and take them off. The last thing you want to do is break the arms off in your Metas. The other problem with these is that you can't put them back in the case to charge them without taking them off. So you'll have to take them off every time. Or use that charging cable again that I was talking about earlier. I really wanted to like these, but as someone who's worn glasses most of their lives, I know I just want glasses that I can put on and take off without having to bend an earpiece every time. That being said, of all the accessories that I'm trying in this video, these work the best for my daily run. I was ready to give these a 2, but I'll bump it up to a 3 just for that reason. Next is the silicone cover set, again from Hyblox. I tried to warn you. This comes with 2 pieces that cover the buttons on the front of the arms, 2 more pieces that go over the speakers, and finally another 2 pieces that go on the end of the temples. Other than to prevent slipping, these are designed to protect your glasses from water and sweat. I didn't care for the front pieces that cover the buttons. They didn't interfere with the touch control on the side, but these pieces covered the shutter button and the power switch. There also wasn't any problems pressing the shutter button, but to turn the glasses on and off, you'll have to slide the silicone piece off and back on every time. I actually stopped using these because I hated that I didn't have easy access to the power switch, but I also didn't like how they changed the overall sleek look of the Metas. Before I talk about the middle pieces, I need to go over the end pieces first. These are really small but work amazingly well. Not as good as the previous item that wrap around your head, but these held my Metas in place really well. No need to worry about hyperextending the arms because these are just filled with air and easily squish in. Now back to the middle pieces that go around the speakers, they work well. They don't work as good as the end pieces, but it works well together with them. These have cutouts on the bottom where the speakers and microphones are, so they don't interfere with any of those. Now I know I complained about the front pieces ruining the look of the Metas, but these middle pieces are definitely noticeable. But at least these are useful in keeping the glasses from sliding down your face. The great thing about this grip set is that you don't have to remove any of the pieces to put your metas back in the case. Nothing gets in the way, so you can just leave everything on there all the time. So I got this as a set, but you can get them in pieces. I would suggest just the middle and end pieces, but feel free to get the whole set if you want to protect the buttons from water. At the very least, I would get the end pieces because they're the least noticeable but most functional. I really love this accessory, so I'll give it a 4.5. If it was just a little bit less noticeable, I would have gave it a perfect score. The final accessory that I have here are these interesting ear grips from Tech. These are similar to the middle piece from the last item, but these have a piece that redirects the audio from the speakers directly to your ears. In theory, this would also help to extend the battery life of your meta since you wouldn't need the speakers so loud. Great in theory, okay in implementation. They do work and the audio can get really loud in your ears, but the audio gets muffled. It's not terrible and your music is still easy to listen to, but it really reduces the quality of the audio. This video is about preventing your metas from sliding down your nose though, and these on their own, there's barely a difference. Again, like the last accessory that I talked about, these will work better in tandem with the end grip pieces. Unless you're listening to music all day with your metas, these aren't very useful, and even if you are, I hope you're okay with your audio being muffled. Again, I really wanted to like these too, but as an overall accessories for your metas, I have to rate these a 2 out of 5. So there isn't a perfect solution to keep your metas from sliding down your nose, but using a combination of these will definitely help prevent it. I found what works best for me are the nose pads from Sedex and the silicone sleeve set from Hyblox, minus those button covers. I found this combo worked best for daily use and didn't affect the comfort. It actually made the glasses fit better on my face. Even better is that I could leave all of these pieces on and still put them in the charging case. Again, those nose pads will probably rip off, but that's going to be your only issue. But yeah, these are the accessories that help me use my metas daily. I'm sure there's other accessories out there that I need to try, so let me know in the comments if I missed anything, or if there's something that you want me to try out. Also, Hyblox. Hit me up. See ya. At the very least, I would get the end pieces because they're the least. I really wanted to like these, but as someone who's worn glasses most of their lives, I know I just want glasses that I can put on and take off without having to bend an earpiece every time. So close. I found some suggestions online and wanted to give them a try, so let's go ahead and start off with the simplest solution, I don't know where they're at.